is how when you receive the ball, a lot of guys on the perimeter, when they start their dribble, they'll move their pivot foot, okay? Now, if you pick up that pivot foot before you release the ball to start dribble, then it's a travel, okay? Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
You keep on talking about travels.
The other one that we want to reiterate is a jump stop. So if I dribble, a lot of times people dribble in and then they'll jump up and then they'll land on 2 feet. You can land on them simultaneously, but after I land on them simultaneously, if I start a pivot, that's a travel, okay? The other thing is if I go up, then I land on them unsimultaneously, that's a travel. Now, something like that just now where it was kind of close, where it was like quick, we can let that go. But if it's something where it's like travel.
That's, I mean, besides like the quick one, like the quick one's hard to get. I mean, it happens like a lot, but that one's hard to get. This one is one where it's even like coming out the first night. That's one pretty easy. You know, you see a jump stop, and you hear those two big thuds on the ground. You're able to get that and know it's a travel. Every single time they're gonna say that's not a travel, but they don't know basketball because that's a travel. Okay.
Cool. What was next?
Let's go with. We do carry. We won't do it. We'll do carry again.
Who was here last night? You were here. You were here. You were here. You were here. I didn't meet you last night. Okay. Someone define for me what a carry is. Yeah, so the ball comes to rest. So a lot of guys or girls, they'll dribble it like this and they'll kind of come out to the side a little bit, but you see how I can rest the ball right now in my hand? Typically, if you come below halfway, that's when it's a carry, okay? When it comes to rest. Because if I go halfway or above, then the ball falls out of my hands, I'm still dribbling. What's next?
Illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
Let's get one defender. Just one defender. I'll be the screener. So somebody guard him.
Here. Yeah, actually, we'll pretend we're going this way.
Okay, yeah, we'll pretend we're going this way. So, what constitutes an illegal screen? Remember, there was 3 things. One that we all are pretty familiar with, that if you're moving, you got to be set to do screen. What were the, does everyone remember the other 2 things?
You got to stay within frame.
Yeah, stay within your body frame, so no hip checks, no like arms. What was the 3rd thing? Time and distance. You got to make sure, especially like on back screens, time and distance. So, like if Legank is dribbling, or you go back over there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If he's dribbling, if I'm like waiting right here, he's got time and distance. He's using my screen. Legal pick, right? But then, say we're going back that way. So he's dribbling this way. If I'm coming in, I'm coming this. I'm not giving her time and distance. I'm probably moving also. That's an illegal screen. That's a foul. Okay. And we want to make sure that we get those because, number one, like I said, it is a foul. That's charged to the player who did a illegal screen, but also, that's how injuries happen to bang knees. If somebody's like looking this way and you have a screen coming here and you just bang into them, that's how concussions happen. So we definitely want to prevent that kind of stuff, okay?
Let's talk about within your body, okay? If I'm like this, am I legal? Yes or no? Okay. Here? Yeah, we'll give them shoulder width. Some guys will come out like this. This is not legal. All right, another one is they'll throw out their elbows, okay? That's also not legal. What's next?
And like these 2. And like when we saw the videos when he was sticking his butt out after the guy kind of got him around him, it's an illegal screen. He's getting outside of his body frame and he's moving.
Alright, there's 2 components of legal guarding position. What are they?
6 feet.
Okay.
What about my second?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so 6 feet.
Is that what we're going over?
Legal guarding position.
Yeah, okay, so this is the start of 5-second count. So 6 feet, you had it started.
The other one's really obvious. Like, which way are you facing? Yeah.
You're all facing me. You're facing me in the right direction right now. Okay. And all right. So both feet on the floor. So the way we measure 6 feet is toe to toe. All right. So from here to the top of the 3-point arc, that's about 6 feet. Okay. Now, if I'm stepping back here and I'm guarding him, and I reach my arm out across here, I'm not within 6 feet. Okay. We measure it from toe to toe. Okay. So I have to step closer if I want to count to be started.
And it doesn't make a difference if I'm guarding you and you back up and I go with you, I'm still 6 feet, that didn't change just because you move. block and charge situations.
What about it?
The difference, how to like differentiate when it's a block, when it's a charge.
All right, we gave you guys not a rule but a guideline last night for when we have a quick collision on a block charge. Do we know what that is? Do we remember? Yeah. So 2 and through, landing on top. If you're late, you're probably going to fall apart. Okay? What's next?
You gotta go.
Okay.
So
These are indoor soccer lines, okay? So if they say, like, I'm under this green line, it doesn't make a difference. They're not a restricted area. They can literally stand under the hoop and take a charge if they want to.
So I can take a charge here. I can even take a charge here. Now, we'd probably be like, okay, what happened? How did our offensive player drive all the way there and knock someone down? But it's unlikely, but it could happen.
And one thing with taking charges too, the defense can't move like side to side when taking charges, but if I'm like in the position and he's coming to me, I can still take a charge moving backwards, okay? So just remember that. You can't move side to side, and that would be constitute a block, but if I'm waiting there and I kind of lean back or back up a little bit, kind of, I guess, not initiating, but like expecting the contact, you can, as long as they don't flop, you can still call a charge up there, okay? So if somebody's leaning back a little bit and they take the charge, take the contact, you can still give them the charge, okay?
2 hands. What does that mean?
You should put 2 hands in somebody's hand check.
And what is that? It's automatic foul. If they have 2 points of contact, like anywhere, like I could have like a hand and like a leg there, that's a foul.
This is what you'll see. If Legank is posting up on me, you're an offensive player, you're posting up this way. So like this, pretend we're under the basket. The basket's like right there. We have a lead right here. You'll see this. This is usually fine. Just make sure I'm not like pushing him. This is usually fine. Once he throws it to him, that's when you as an official got to say hands off. This is where I can't be touching him really or anything, because once I go like this, remember we said a hand check is when he rides down like that. That's also a hand check.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever he's posting up 2, when we say 2 points, like I have like this, that's a hand check, or yeah, hand check, push, whatever you want to call it. 2 points of contact. Okay. But usually the post players, the offense player is going to be gaining, trying to get position with his arm. Defense player is going to be kind of pushing back a little bit. Without the ball, usually that's fine as long as there's no really excessive pushing. But once the ball is in the hands of the big guy, the defense has to play straight up, no hands. All right, you can't be pushing like that, or else that's going to be as a hand check. Okay.
You can also like really tell if it's like a hand check if like the defense is like guiding the offense to a spot. Like if they're moving like 2 parts, like obviously foul. Backcourt violations. What's the signal? Yeah.
Remember the 3 criteria? All both feet. Okay, good.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right, do you guys have any questions? I mean, anything that we've done even yesterday, today, I mean, this is a lot of stuff, a lot at once. I know we'll come back Monday, we'll probably forget everything, but...
So like on the jump step thing, I know you gotta land on 2, but does it matter if you jump off 1 or if you jump up 2?
No, you can jump off 1. I mean, you can do like a normal hop step, you just have to land on both.
Administration. This happens when there's a shooting foul and you gotta line the teams up. So under the basket you have to have a defensive teammate, offensive, defensive. Make sure they line up like that. Make sure there's 1 person in each little box. No one standing here. This is not a little box that you stand in. No 2 people in there. No one on that side. Lots of people try to squeeze in there and get like the whole team, but any extras just stand over there.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Really don't understand.
Yeah, they'll all line up, like 5 people here, 6 people here, and they're ready to go, but that's, just tell them to scoot over. All right, so then you're gonna get the ball, come to the middle, make sure you tell everyone, you got 2 shots, make a good bounce pass to the shooter, and then you're gonna fade back on the table side and chill over here and watch, and then, all right, and then you come back, do it again, you got 1 shot. We were saying not to tell them that it's like on the release or whatever, because then everyone will think it's for them, but for the shooter it's when it hits the rim, and for the people behind the shooter that are like behind the 3-point line, it's when it hits the rim. So it's just for these people on the release. So that's something to look for when you're after the last shot and you're back over here and your lead, you're watching those 3 and you. If they jump the line before she releases, then that's going to be a lane violation. If it goes in, just don't call it. But if it doesn't go in, then you can let them know and you redo it.
Like he jumps in or like that block or like this dude jumps in like while I'm shooting, I end up making it. Since they're the defensive team, we're not going to penalize the offense and make them shoot again. We're just going to let it go. But if it's like my offensive player, we have to.
Yeah. I don't think there's any. That's pretty much it. It's not that hard. Do you have any questions about bounce passing the ball over? Or yeah. I mean, a big thing I think for me at least is to make sure you're clear about how many shots are happening. Sometimes if you don't say it loud enough, they'll think they'll get more. So it'll be like one shot and they'll stay and they'll wait for more shots. That's not the case. So just be clear about that. And yeah, I don't have anything else. So we can go through and practice doing
the foul to report. You're going to try to go to the little circle thing for the volleyball and you're going to report there. Try to keep everything in your TV box. So if it's like a reach or a hand check, it'd be like white or 22 hand check spot. Like don't try to do hand check. Like try to keep it right there and point to your spot. 1 shot, 2 shot, count the bucket, stuff like that. So
I'm burnt.
you're first.
Yeah, I'm burnt.
Okay, so let's see. I want to let you guys create the numbers yourself in the colors. So I'm just going to tell you the foul and what happened. So let's do reach and foul spot over there.
I don't even think I know the thing for reaching.
It's a hand check.
Tell me something easy.
I got you.
Yes. I can just say red or what.
Yeah, just say whatever color you want and then a number.
Tell me what I have to say.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you to do the block.
Block.
Yeah, so that signal.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like blow the whistle, block, white. Oh, you're going to say white, 22, block, 2 shots.
Okay, so white 22,
Yeah.
block 2 shots.
Yeah. You're next.
No.
Okay, let's see this. I got you. Let's do technical foul on white 25.
White 22 to a block,
Yeah.
2 shots.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
White 22, block, 2 shots.
There you go. It was close. You were close. Remember, just when you say white 22, block, then 2 shots. You don't put the X at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so let's do. It's a foul on the layup and 1.
But what's the foul? Let's make it
It's a hit.
Alright.
Foul on the layup.
Alright. Basket's good. White, 12.
He said 22. You didn't sign for 22, my man.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. You were like 12. Okay, so let's do a charge. You got this?
Oh, okay.
You got this?
That's a violation or a...
It's a foul.
Okay.
Player control.
We got charge, blue, 2, spot foul.
Remember, charge is that one.
Oh, yeah.
So you would be like charge, or like blue 22, charge, spot.
Alright.
Let's do. Do you know basketball very well?
I mean,
Okay, I'm not gonna give you that one then. I was gonna give you a hard one. Okay, so let's do a blocking foul on the not on or on a shot and 1. Okay, so that one, when you blow the whistle, you have your hand up for a foul. And then you say, count the basket, because it's an and 1. So you do white, 22, whatever number you said, block, 1 shot.
alright.
Yeah, so you were close. You already been, so let's go a little bit.
Oh, you're
Okay, so let's do a charge, but the basket went in. Yeah, you got this.
Tell me another easy. I got one easy.
White 22 charge. Spot. You were there too. White 22 charge spot. But make sure you do that. You had that right.
That one, just wave it off first.
Yeah, you wave it off. No basket. White 22 charge spot.
What are you saying? You're saying he's your
Oh, your turn? Okay.